Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Praise be to God, our first visual, the P6 Gantt chart, has been approved and is now available on the Microsoft Marketplace. Here is its link, or you can go to marketplace.microsoft.com and search for it, or from within Power BI, you can click on Get More Visuals and search for it there. However, in Get More Visuals, I think it might take about 3 or 4 days starting from today before it appears among the visuals available on Power BI Desktop. But it is available online and you can search for it. The purpose of this visual is to create a Gantt chart for you, an interactive Gantt chart on Power BI. And this was a big problem for some people, as it was hard to find something suitable to create a Gantt chart like this. Most of the available options, I tried them honestly, weren't satisfactory for me. That is exactly why I created this detailed visual representation. Of course, I'll leave the link to this visual until it becomes available on Power BI Desktop. Alright, how do you use this visual? It's very simple. We have Primavera. You open the Activities tab, then start adding the columns you want to display in your visual. After that, you select this data, press Ctrl A, then Ctrl C, and open any blank Excel sheet, then paste this data. That's it. The only extra thing you need to do is create a helper column that we need. You can name it anything at all. For example, let's call it sort. And of course, you can do this in Excel or in Power BI, and I'll do it in both. This way you add something like an index number or a serial number to the data you took from Primavera. You can do it here in Excel. There's no problem at all, but I'll do it in Power BI. So this is our sheet, which contains the activity name, the baseline start and finish, and the actual start and actual finish, for example. This is just dummy data, and the schedule % complete. And as we said, you can add the sort or index column in Excel, but we're going to do it in Power BI. You start by opening Power BI and make sure you've added our visual, and then you start connecting to the Excel file we created. So you select Get Data from Excel, and this is our sheet, which is called the data sheet. You can either choose to load it directly, or it is often better to transform the data first. Of course, it automatically changed the data type for you, so it's better to remove that, like this. After I deleted it, now we want to add the helper column we talked about. As we said, you can do it in Excel or in a single step, but it's better to do it from here as the best option. So that instead of adding it in Excel every time, no, forget about Excel. You just edit the things that are necessary, and here it will appear for you like this. It started from 0, but it's better if you also make it start from 1. We created the index column, then you click Apply and Close. And you add our visual. The most important thing in the visual is the index column we talked about. You must add it. Without the index column, the visual won't work. This is how our visual looks. This is the index column. Everything after this, you already know. You know it in the activity ID. The activity ID is the first column in your Excel sheet, which is this one. This is the activity ID, whether it's called activity ID or activity name. Whatever its name is, the purpose of this field is that it's the first column in your Excel sheet. After that, you can add the activity name. You have it, the date, the planned start. And the planned finish, the actual start, the actual date we have, and the actual finish. Let's also add the percentage of completion. Okay, these columns are present like this. If you want to add an extra column, for example, if you made one or want to add it in the future, you can add it. If you want to add this so it can specify for you this is an additional option, that's its purpose. Also, its speed is really high. There's no lag at all, nothing whatsoever. So everything is fine. You can drag from here like this or place the mouse. You can stop here and drag. You can move this a bit, make it bigger or smaller, exactly the same. And of course, what else? You can hide it. You have full control over every word. You can create a span, expand it or shrink it. And right here in this section, the current progress is clearly shown as a visual bar that fills up. As for these various interactive elements located at the very top of the screen, If you decide that you want to filter your results, for example, you will quickly notice that the interface dynamically updates to only show you the specific information that you are looking for at that moment. Just like that, it only leaves you with the activity you want and only shows you what's related. There's nothing else in the activity. The one that contains the word hidden. And the column filter, if you want to filter a specific column and apply a filter to something specific. Of course, there's a note. You can do all of this if you want, or not if you don't want to. You can use this filter, or you can use the slicer that's available by default in Power BI. You can add it to any column you want as well, and it will work in the same way we talked about earlier. So you might not need this, and you can use the filters that are already available. Let's talk about the visual filter. So the first thing is that you can change it. That one up there, you can choose to show or hide it if you want. We also have the option for these colors. If you want to change them, you'll find that from level 1 up to level 20, you can change their elements, and in the same way, you can change the text that appears on the WPS. And there's the font. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, or even change the font, there's absolutely no problem. The same goes for the activities. And we have this filter section if you want to hide this filter and rely on the filter or the slicers instead. That's the default for Power BI. You can hide this if it's taking up space for you like this. Of course, it has its own future uses. Additional features will be added, but for now its main purpose is to change the color. If you've added a column, yes, if you add one, you can, of course, change its settings here like this. Of course, I hope, God willing, that this has been useful to you and that you benefit from it. If you have any comments, feedback, or issues, please feel free to contact me. We will also be adding new visuals in the future, specifically for planners. Thank you all.